Today I'm going to show you how to make a mushroom tart with blue cheese and garlic confit. This tart has a beautiful meld of flavors with a light crumbly pastry shell. It's made really aromatic with a combination of 3 different herbs, and a filling with a loose, fragile consistency due to a brilliant idea of a ricotta-based spread, an idea taken from Suzanne Goin's book, Sunday Supper at Luke. By the way, the measurements are in the description box below. The first step is to make the garlic confit. This will be made into the base spread, which will add an extra depth of flavor. So first you're going to add garlic cloves to a saucepan and cover it with extra virgin olive oil. Add a couple sprigs of thyme and rosemary. Garlic confit is basically just poached garlic, but it takes the pungency out of the garlic and leaves it very mild and creamy. Add a teaspoon of salt, which doesn't dissolve in the oil, but it helps to preserve the garlic when stored. Put it over your lowest heat setting for 45 minutes, to the point where you see only the slowest stream of bubbles reach the surface. Store it in an airtight jar or plastic container. Step 2 is the tart crust. Add all-purpose flour to a large working surface. Add cubed unsalted butter, and with a pastry cutter, cut it into the flour into even smaller pieces. Now rub the flour between your hands to incorporate the butter into the flour. Do this until the butter is the size of peas. Create a small well and add the egg yolk. Add the ice-cold water mixed with the kosher salt. Don't worry if it's not fully dissolved. Use your fingers to mix the egg yolk into the water. As you do this, the wall of flour will start to erode and become incorporated into the mixture. Once the mixture becomes thick, fold in the rest of the flour. Now use the pastry cutter in the palm of your hands to incorporate the flour into the dough. Work the dough just until it comes together. If there are pieces of butter showing, that's perfectly okay. You don't want to overmix the dough. Form it into a disc and cover it with plastic wrap. Leave it in the refrigerator for at least 1 hour. After an hour, roll out the dough to around 1/8 of an inch in thickness. Make sure you've rolled it out long enough so there are at least 2 inches of dough extending beyond your tart pan. Use your rolling pin to transfer the dough into the tart pan. Make sure the dough is pressed firmly in the corners first before you press it into the sides. And then use your rolling pin to cut off the excess dough. Prick the bottom with a fork and refrigerate for at least 30 minutes. This will prevent shrinking in the oven. Step 3, the mushrooms. Over medium heat, add 2 tablespoons of butter to a pan. Add any combination of mixed mushrooms. They should be roughly chopped. Give a quick stir to coat them with butter. Add a pinch of salt and season with pepper. Add chopped sage, rosemary, and thyme. Sauté for about 5 to 7 minutes so that they're fully cooked through but still have somewhat of a bite. They should have shrunken slightly and darkened in color when they're done. Now time for step 4, the garlic confit spread. In a small mixing bowl, add ricotta cheese. Add about 7 to 10 cloves of garlic confit. Add a spoonful of the garlic confit oil. Mix this all together until it's a smooth paste. Season with kosher salt. Now on to step 5, the custard filling. Heat the heavy cream over low to medium heat until it begins to simmer. Once heated, turn off the burner. When the cream is hot, add the beaten eggs in a slow but steady stream. Stir it until it thickens just slightly. Mix in the crème fraîche. kosher salt. Season with pepper. And now our final step, the construction. Spread the garlic confit mixture evenly on the base of the tart. Then evenly distribute the sautéed mushrooms. Scatter the sliced or crumbled blue cheese. This might seem like a lot of blue cheese, but the acidity and sharpness are really gonna mellow after it's baked. Pour in the filling when your tart is on a baking sheet, ready to go in the oven. Bake at 350 degrees for 35 to 45 minutes, or until the top is golden brown. Rest it on a cooling rack for 25 minutes before serving. Try serving it with a spring mix salad. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you liked the video. Thanks for watching.